What if I told you that the best offense in NBA history just got even better? The Indiana Pacers, led by Tyrese Haliburton, just acquired Pascal Siakam from the Toronto Raptors. When looking at the trade, it looks like a lot for a player on an expiring contract, 3 first-round picks, and Bruce Brown seems like a lot until you dive into it. They received 2 picks from this season, their own pick and the worst pick from the Jazz, Rockets, and Thunder. All these teams are in the playoff hunt, so regardless, it's a later pick in the draft. The last pick is the Pacers' 2026 pick, top 4 protected. This is a risky move, as Pascal could just leave at the end of the season, but it's a move you have to make to have a chance to be able to compete. Being able to get another all-star level player to play alongside Haliburton is a game changer. Tyrese is the best engine in the entire league. He's looking to run and take the first available shot. His style has led the team to the greatest offense in NBA history. Before his injury, the Pacers were averaging 127 points per game. That beats out the Nuggets team that held the record for 42 years. The thing is, Tyrese was able to do this with no co-star to play alongside him. He's a one-man show that is very unselfish and is able to find open shooters. With the defense having to focus so much on him, he's able to find those open shooters. His passing ability is up there with some of the greats, having a style like Steve Nash or Jason Kidd. This Pacers team reminds me of the 7 seconds or less Suns, led by Steve Nash. With Haliburton being able to lead a team like this, Pascal could be the perfect piece to make this team a real contender. Before this trade, I saw this team as on the same level as the Knicks, Cavs, and Magic. Now I think they're better than all those teams. Although I don't think they can compete with teams like Boston, Milwaukee, or Philadelphia, getting hot at the right time, they could honestly make a deep run. Although Pascal isn't the youngest, as he's 29 years old, the Pacers have given themselves a window of about 4 years with this current duo. So what exactly does Pascal bring to this team? Siakam is no Rudy Gobert by any means, but he's an upgrade defensively. This team has little to no defense, and Pascal brings that much needed defense, along with bringing 22 points per game. And somehow, the best offense ever manages to get even better. Most stars see a drop when they're paired with another star, but this isn't the case. Haliburton will be able to bring the best production from Siakam we've ever seen from him before. Not only will Pascal help the Pacers, but the Pacers will help him get even better. This pairing isn't something that'll have to take time. The match is made like a glove and will instantly click. Tyrese is just coming back from an injury and will soon be able to see this team at full force. The best sign of knowing that this pairing will work is because of the transition game. Tyrese Haliburton leads the league in transition assists, and Pascal leads the league in transition field goal percentage. All the people saying that Pascal won't be able to keep up with the faster pace of the Pacers. The Raptors average the most fast break points in the entire league, with the Pacers even being second. The Raptors' pace over the last few seasons has been dead center of the league, but I believe that Pascal will be able to adjust pretty quickly. Plus, he helps the team in the half-court offensive tremendously. The Pacers thrive on the fast break, but being able to add another bucket getter is something that's much needed, especially in the playoffs. With Tyrese being the only player on this team that can create his own shot on a consistent basis, adding Siakam will relieve some of that pressure on him, and we also could very well see both these players' production improve. The Pacers currently sit at the 7th seed and have fallen off a little bit since Haliburton went out with this injury, but I expect this team to finish somewhere between the 4th and 6th seed in the East. They could even, in the best case scenario, jump up into the 3rd seed. I don't want to get ahead of myself, as we've only seen this team play one game together, but as someone who believed in the Pacers before this trade, I'm even more high on them than I was before. To talk about the Toronto Raptors for a second, a team that seemed to be stuck in mediocrity was able to get a pretty good package deal for 2 players that were on expiring contracts. I expect that both OG and Pascal Siakam would have both walked this summer, and the Toronto Raptors would have got nothing like they did for Fred VanVleet. Obviously, the Raptors would have gotten more if they made this reset last year when these players weren't on expiring contracts, but they honestly got a lot in return for 2 players that would have just left in the summer. From these 2 trades, the main things they got were 3 first-round picks, Bruce Brown, RJ Barrett, and Quickly. This is a very good return for what could have been nothing this summer. I've also heard talks about how they could trade Bruce Brown and get another pick or young player. Either way, Bruce Brown is a very good veteran to add to any team. From the 2019 championship team, the core is now either left or been traded. They only have one player left on that team that's still on the roster. It looked like the front office was never going to start fresh with this team, but now was a good time with Scottie breaking out. Getting back to the Pacers, with my projected starting lineup of Tyrese Halliburton, Buddy Hield, Aaron Naismith, Pascal Siakam, and also Miles Turner, sounds like a lineup that's one of the most well-rounded in the entire league. Many of the contending teams, like the Suns, are very top-heavy, and with that result, they don't have enough depth around their stars. The biggest thing that makes this team work as well as it does is the spacing around Tyrese Halliburton. Having shooters like Buddy Hield and Aaron Naismith, who are both snipers from three on pretty high volume, make it pretty difficult to guard this team. The team currently has 6 players that shoot over 37% from the three-point line, and of those 6 players, 4 of them shoot over 40% from the three. This Pacers team currently has the 6th best three-point percentage in the league, and every team that has a higher percentage than them takes 5 less threes. Although Pascal Siakam isn't the greatest three-point shooter, as this season he's only shooting 32% from the three-point line, there is hope, as we've seen seasons where Siakam has shot 37% from the three-point line. Regardless, if Pascal's shooting stays in the low 30s, he still benefits the Pacers' spacing, as Pascal's one of the best cutters in the entire league. It's not uncommon for Pascal to get a wide open dunk from backdooring his defender. All the players I've mentioned have been starting pieces. This doesn't include players like Benedict Mathurin, Jarris Walker, and the rest of the young core that can continue to develop. This team is still very young, with 11 of their players being under the age of 25. The thing with this team is they're just going to keep getting better. The Pacers have a lot of young talent currently on the team, but they also have 5 first-round picks until 2030. They can either keep adding young talent and trying to develop them, or they can make another big splash when the time is right. With the way everything is going right now, I wouldn't be surprised if in the future the 2 teams running the East and Western Conference are the 2 young up-and-coming teams with both the Pacers and the Thunder. The Pacers before this trade already looked like a playoff team, but now after this trade, I think they're one of the top 4 teams in the Eastern Conference. Let me know where you think this trade will put the Pacers in terms of seeding. I appreciate you guys making it this far in the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to check out some of my other videos. I'm trying to post shorts every single day, and I'm trying to post at least one long-form video every single week. So if you enjoyed this, make sure to check out those, and I'll catch you guys next week. Peace.